Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and friends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with super fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe. Start the morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the Super Fast Tortoise in the Coffee or in the Show Morning Coffee Show. Yeah. It is a wonderful day today.
Some good old coffee.
Some good old coffee. So good. So good.
Yes, it is.
So we have a lone wolf here today. You know, that guy you see at the bottom there? Yeah, that's Lone Wolf. And he says he loves playing the game. Oh, yeah. Kevin Frosty, morning. Nice day for fishing. Yeah.
Yep. Nice day to go to Wendy's, too, to get a Frosty.
Wendy. I like to think Frosty, he tells his friends, stay frosty, my friends. He's like last night we was on Bruvac's channel, and he's like, I like to think he when he leaves a party, he turns his friends to stay and says, stay frosty. And he's like, well, most people affiliate me with Wendy's. Yeah.
Those Frosties at Wendy's, oh man, they're so good.
They're good. I still don't know why people like to dip their fries in it, but that's just a personal opinion.
I've heard of people doing that, and I just look at them like they're crazy because, I want to taste the French fry, not the Frosty. I mean, Frosties are Frosties, French fries are French fries. They all got their unique taste.
Well, sometimes it's a palate thing. Like for example, I like to eat salt and vinegar chips while drinking a very sweet cream soda. Because the saltiness makes the cream soda taste sweeter, and the sweetness of the cream soda makes the saltiness of the vinegar chips saltier. And the same with ice cream, right? Like you can have pickles and ice cream. You eat the pickle, get the tartness. You eat the ice cream, it tastes sweeter. But I don't want them mixed. I don't want salt and vinegar cream soda. And I don't want pickle ice cream.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's like, it was different. That's right. You got to think different sometimes.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah. But yeah, you just got to have time. I had the bacon sundae from BK. Was it good? Well, bacon and sundae makes sense. Bacon with anything almost makes sense.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, my friends, today's a wonderful day out here. Friday, the last day of the week of the show, right? This is the last day of the week. We have a show on Monday. Yeah,
sure is. That means after today, I won't see you no more till Monday.
Pretty much, because that's when the wife and I are doing stuff and hanging out, and being awesome.
Yeah. And there's so much over at least I don't have to hang out with you on Saturdays and Sundays.
Saturdays and Sundays. Got a lot of lawn work to do this weekend. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. I do miss you on Saturdays and Sundays, but yeah, I understand you got home stuff to do.
Right. Yeah, well, it's good. It's fun.
Yep.
But yeah. Hope you guys are having a great day, great morning. Hope you got your favorite libation intact.
I got me right here.
Ooh. Yeah, yours right there. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I like it. I love it. Hold on, I'm responding to someone.
Ooh.
Anyways, no, because one of our friends wants to send me some tokens, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take tokens.
Cool.
I need some 2/2 cat tokens, though. If you got any 2/2 cat tokens, I need some of those, apparently. I need some Pegasus tokens, too. Jeez.
I don't know what kind of tokens I got. I got so many myself.
Yeah, so many. Are you posting more enchantments up?
I'm probably doing it tomorrow because I got some free time tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Woo woo. Yeah, woo. You gotta look up. You got some sweet enchantments there. And it's like a couple of them I looked at. I'm like, why isn't Hillbilly running that? Why isn't Hillbilly running that?
Got too many cards.
Like Hillbilly could be running lots of good cards that he owns. But anyways, it is the time of day where we want to get to the card of the day. So we're going to hit that button right here.
Card of the day.
Ooh.
Ooh, looking at a good old card. We got Ghost Quarter here. Ghost Quarter, which is the budget wasteland. It's pretty good. It says sacrifice Ghost Quarter, destroy target land, any land. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put that on the battlefield, untap, then shuffle the library.
Well, I like this card, but I also dislike it.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Because you take this, you sacrifice it, you destroy one of your opponent's lands.
Yeah.
They get to search for a land, but however, you're down a land.
But at the same time, if you need a mana fix, you can destroy one of your own lands and fetch for a land that you need.
True.
So
Very true.
this card's pretty good. And I used to play this a lot during back in Ravnica days because this came out in Dissension back in the day, the original printing of this card. Pretty good, pretty solid, pretty awesome. Awesome.
Cool.
This card is nuts. Ghost Quarter.
Yeah.
Budget.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it does. It seems to be a pretty. I mean, I do like the card because you just take care of a problem land on your opponent's side. I mean, yeah, they do get a land to replace it, but still take care of that problem land.
Right. They gotta take care of the problem land. Indeed. Indubitably.
Well, you can't destroy an indestructible land.
Well, you don't target the indestructible land, I guess.
True.
Well, you technically can, but you're just giving them a land and they get to keep their land.
Exactly.
But it's good against some of those other lands.
Yep.
That's right, Kevin. One can destroy an indestructible land. That's right. That's funny. But yeah, so with that, we're gonna move to the picture of the day. Woo-hoo! So when your opponents play lands that change the game, well, I guess I play Armageddon now.
Man, that's such a great card still.
Still a good card. You'd have to play. This is one of those cards you have to play if you got the winning strike. You don't want to play this without having the win in hand. Then everybody just gets salty.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Don't get salty. Just play Armageddon and win. Last night, if I had this card in my deck and played it, I would have won.
Yep. Yep. I know you have this card too.
Mm-hmm. I have a version of this card sent to me by the famous James Willis Caneshaker.
Yeah, I ain't seen him in a while. I wonder how he's doing.
He's doing all right from what I hear.
That's
I hope
good.
he's doing good. Yeah. But yeah. Armageddon versus an Ashaya Soul of the Wild player. Nice. I'll blow up their entire board of creatures and lands. That's crazy.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. But Armageddon's pretty solid. It's a good card. Classic card. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it does reset the whole dang on game because you're destroying your lands too.
Right. That's why I said you want to have the winning strike in your hand, so it ain't just board wiping the lands for nothing. Because people get salty if you don't have the win there.
True.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. That's a picture of the day. But now let's get to the topic. Playing Magic the Gathering makes a healthy collector's market. All right. Tortoise got monologue. So Tortoise is going to monologue. The monologue in the description box below. Playing Magic the Gathering, the game, helps the collector's market, giving corner points to cards that may be sleeping under the radar of being discovered, like sleepers. As we play Magic the Gathering, even though I misspelled magic without an M, as we play Magic the Gathering and build decks, testing new cards out can change a penny card into a few dollar card. Also, our play styles and favorite decks act as beacons to non-playing collectors as they get to understand what people want. Collectors who play are invested in the game and push to collect the cards they love and want to use. Also helps as they see new and other decks. They get to learn about cards that they might not have heard or knew about before their games, hence breathing life into cards. A value into the market, these people would like to see reprinted. Like there are cards people like to see reprinted from time to time because we love playing the game at affordable levels and have fun doing so. So let's get into this. All right. Tortoise kind of slaughtered that monologue. That's because I made a couple misspells. Apparently, I'm tired. Still tired. Woke up early because wife had to work early today.
Yep.
But damn, people love playing Magic the Gathering, and people who play Magic the Gathering push the collectability of cards. Like the Game Changers list is pretty much a list of cards saying, "Hey, this card's worth a little bit of money and works." Well, outside of Game Changers, when like Lone Wolf and I are playing Magic and Hillbillies is watching us beat each other silly, you might see a card he didn't know existed and wonder what it is, what it costs. He searches it up, puts it out, buys a card that dings the collector community, dings the sellers that this card is sold. And once people start seeing a trend of this card selling, the value goes up when the demand cannot meets the supply or vice versa, and people get into buying cards. This shows what cards are worth money. So if you have like a card like Terminate, so that became very popular again, people bought about all the copies out and then going out crazy. Maybe a special art version of the cards is selling out like crazy because like that new Spider-Man version coming out, it's hot, right? And people want that, and when people are buying it, it'll trigger the thoughts of people saying, well, maybe this card's worth a little bit more money. Let's see how much we can charge. Because our playing demand sets the tenor for what people want to buy, and people will buy cards and push the collectability up of these cards. Insanity.
Yeah, well, sometimes they'll price a card before it comes out.
Well, that's because people know power creep.
Yep.
People know power creep. People know certain archetypes that will use the card. But usually cards that have a good price before they come out are cards that don't need to fit a certain archetype to be in the deck. Like, look at the Soulstone. That card can fit in any black deck. That's Commander.
Yep.
When people play it. So they already have a taste of what that card is going to be for. They have an expensive price on it, but the price of it might go down when product is open.
Like right, yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but like right now, you can go over to MTG Goldfish. The Soulstone sells their sale price on that is set at $127.
Right. Yeah, it is.
That is high dollar money there.
Right, and it might go down.
Yeah.
It might go up. But it all depends on the demand, the supply, and the amount of people buying it.
Yep. And I got several decks that Soulstone can play in. I got like 2 or 3 black decks that card can go in, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want that card.
Yeah. And talking about the Soulstone, let's talk to someone who actually owns a Soulstone that he got from Red Skull up in the universe. Lone Wolf, how are you doing down there?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Doing pretty good. So what when you buy cards, what kind of value do you look in for cards?
For me, as funny as it sounds, I look at it works weird for me. I look at like undervalued cards that people aren't really expecting all that much.
Right.
And usually by the time that happens, I've gotten lucky enough that people start noticing it after a while, and then the value starts shooting through the roof.
Right.
Mhm.
That solidifies my point even further. Playing the game pushes the collector market up. And that's happened to me before. Like there was a card called Guided Passage that I bought. And I bought it before even the professor made a video about it. And this card's weird. It's not spell table friendly, but you pay a blue, red, and green, and your opponent gets to search for like 3 different types of cards from your deck and put them in your hand. Not spell table friendly, but it's there. I mean, you can play it on spell table.
Yep.
Then I bought it for a cheap price, and at the time, it was cheap. It's cheap now, I think, but at the time, the professor made a video talking about being one of these sleeper cards that no one are using that is old school, and the card went up in value. Like crazy.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does push a lot of cards up.
Mm-hmm. Really quick, I want to say hello to Four Keeps Gaming. Zombie! Get out of my head. My head. Zombie. Zombie.
Zombie.
That's right.
I mean, that's another thing that makes cards go up is the publicity that they get.
Yeah, the publicity.
Yeah,
like when YouTube was new for Magic players, like when Magic players were new to YouTube, let's say that, when they started making channels, people would do deck techs and talk about their favorite cards or cards that people might not know.
Mm-hmm.
This is when there was fewer Magic content creators out there. And they'd get a lot of subscribers and stuff because the demand for YouTube content was low back then compared to today. I mean, now we're just a dime a dozen.
Yep.
But back then, it was a rare thing to get a good YouTube channel. And so when they highlighted a card and they got millions of people watching their video, or let's just say like thousands of people watching their video, 1,000 people were like, oh, I would like that card. Let's buy that card. And they would do it right away and push up the value. Even at a time when the Commander's Quarters dude would do videos, he didn't realize he was pushing up the value of a card that we all love and play today, which is Wayfarer's Bauble. He pushed the value of that card up because he publicized it, got a good viewing on it, and that's because he played the card and believed in the card. And it's still a good card.
Oh yeah. But the more publicity that they get, the higher the card goes. I can't say that dang on word, dang blanket.
Well, you start with saying pub, like a bar, like a drinking bar. You go pub, and you're like licit and tea. Publicity.
Publicity. Publicity. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I need to learn my word for today.
Just having fun. But yeah, some words I understand are hard to say, like aluminum is not a word for everybody.
I used to call it aluminum.
Aluminum. I believe you. I believe you. But yeah, so collecting card, playing the card, being the card, playing the game makes the card game living. Like there are cards that are perfectly designed for collecting. They do this on purpose with special variants, special arts, and I love it when they do the serialized cards. Like I'll probably never own a serialized card, but I love it when they do that.
Yep.
Because the serialized card gets worth money, and the regular cards stay usually at a good rate. Except if you're the One Ring. The One Ring gets a lot of money. It costs a lot of money. But yeah. But I know Wizards of the Coast struggles between making collectability in the game and making cards fun to play for everybody. But people who play the game You know, they're not playing with the serialized cards, but they are playing different variants of cards, and they're trying out new decks. They're trying different things, kind of like when you theorize a deck on Arena, or when you theorize a deck on Architect. You know, you put the deck together, see how it play or what it looks like. You know, people try new cards. Like one card that used to be a sleeper card for a while, like nobody ran for a while when it first came out, was Beast Within.
Yeah, that's a good card though. I like it.
Oh yeah, people didn't play with it because at first they thought giving your opponent a 3/3 Beast token was overrated. They're like, what's the point of destroying a creature if I'm going to give my opponent a creature? But then they started realizing it can destroy a planeswalker, it can destroy an enchantment, it can destroy an artifact, it can even destroy a land.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important. Ask Lone Wolf. Destroying his lands are the most important things to do.
Yep.
It can be.
Especially when they're game changers called Glacial Chasm.
Mhm.
You don't want to destroy that. That would be no fun.
Need to find something that says exile target land.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever do that, but who knows?
There is something that does that.
Oh, really?
Well, I know you have.
Heck.
I know one card that's banned that did something like that, but
It is an Eldrazi that has kicker on it.
oh yeah,
Oh.
I know which one you're talking about. It came from the last Zendikar set. Oh, I can't remember its name.
Interesting.
Neither can I. Anytime it's important to think of a card name, it usually just woof off on the wind.
But it's still. But yeah, see, that's a card people should probably know. But destroying lands is important in the game, and like when you play a certain meta, and like our meta here on this channel is changing, especially on our game nights where we play Commander here on this channel on Thursdays and Fridays, and Tuesdays on Hillbilly's channel. That people are bringing in lands that change the game. Well, I say that because one of them is called the Game Changer, and people are making it important to care about land destruction, which is weird because back in the day you didn't have to worry about that. But then Wizard of the Coast publicized, whatever the word is, publicized the Game Changers list, and they had Glacial Chasm on there, brought it to awareness for people. Then they create a land destruction deck in Edge of Eternities, which we know one will play. Glacial Chasm just works wonders in that deck. You know what I'm saying? It does. And so it's become well aware that we need land destruction in the game. But what happens is that Glacial Chasm went up from a measly $20 card to like a $40 card. And people are starting to look for different land destruction cards now because land destruction is becoming more okay to play because you got to get rid of a land sometimes. Even though Armageddon is a salty board wipe, blow up everybody's land. I do have an Armageddon-like card in a deck, but it destroys all lands an opponent controls. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You guys will see it one day. But still. But like a Johnny Vengeant is a good card that people I think need to put an eye to if they're going to run Planeswalkers and stuff like that in their red-white decks. Because that's one of those cards that you could probably use a little more value to it and people play.
Yep.
But as you play the game, people increase the population of cards and get to see the cards and push the value into the collector's market. Now, a collectible card doesn't have to be worth money, like lots of money, but people want to play it and want to buy it. They got to make staples, and they make staples all the time.
Yep. I mean, there's just so many good cards out there, and a bunch of them I don't know. I just research, and it seems like it's never done.
Well, with the rate of cards coming out nowadays, it's kind of hard to break the system.
Yeah.
Well, what card works? What cards are sleepers? I don't know. Most
Exactly.
times when sets come out, people just try to build an existing archetype.
Mhm.
Sorry, I can't
Yep.
speak.
Yeah, you ain't the only one.
But yeah, it's like people usually like to build on archetypes that already exist. That's what people look for when they look at new sets. They're like, I have this deck that needs improvement. Is this set going to give me an improvement for that deck? So on and so forth.
Yep. Sometimes I don't. I just buy decks just to break them down to get cards out of them to improve other decks.
I've done that before.
Yep.
Because sometimes, and they used to be back in the day when they did commander decks, that was the only way to get certain cards. Because they would make official only cards for commander, specifically in that deck, only found in that deck.
Yep.
And some cards were legacy staples, and legacy staples would just blow up, and people would buy the deck for those legacy staples. Or before they reprinted it, what's the monkey's name? They were in this blue, white, red flashback deck. They created one generic, one red goblin. I think it was a goblin. Dockside Extortionist. They created Dockside Extortionist, and it was only in that commander deck, and that pushed the value of the deck up because it not only was a legacy staple, it was a commander staple. People wanted the copies for other decks.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to get it was to buy the deck, and so people would buy the deck, tear it apart.
Yep.
Because the card they were looking for was worth more than the price of the precon. So it was a good deal to buy the card, buy the precon just for the card.
Yep.
Now Dockside Extortionist is on the ban list. Sad day.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, there's you never know. I mean, they come out with so many different decks also in these precons. And,
Right.
I mean, you can pretty much play any kind of deck you want because of all the precons that they got.
Yeah.
And they're still coming out with more. And I heard, I don't know if it's so or not, but I heard that the Avatar Last Airbender is going to have commander decks. I know Spider-Man's not, but I heard Avatar was.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit that Spider-Man's not getting commander decks, but they announced other Marvel properties will have commander decks.
Yeah. Every other Marvel product will have commander decks.
I mean, I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard through the grapevine. I'm like, that's so bad.
Yeah. Well, give me an X-Men commander deck, and I'm happy.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Do like an X-Men deck, have like Professor X as your commander.
Yep. It'd probably be if he was the commander, it'd probably be a 5-color deck, I would think.
Oh, that'd be awesome. He'd definitely be blue.
Yep.
Probably Esper or Jeskai.
Yeah. If not 5 colors, I'm thinking about 5. They might be 5 colors.
Oh yeah,
because he is the leader of the X-Men.
Look, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if they made Professor X a reskin of Joda Archmage Eternal. Would not hurt my feelings at all. Cheap card, powerful card.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I wouldn't doubt it one bit if they didn't make him Joda.
That'd be cool. And I'm not talking Joda the legendary cares guy where he gives like a legendary cascade basically.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
The one I was thinking of is the one I run where he costs a blue, white, red, and a colorless, and he says you can cast spells for Wooburg instead of their casting price.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the legendary one.
Joda. Why? So SpongeBob and him can battle out who's the best version of Joda?
Probably.
I don't even remember the full name. That's right.
But Joda, he is pretty dang on strong.
Yeah, it's strong in the right kind of deck. You know, you gotta abuse his ability to make it good, or otherwise he's just meh.
Yep.
But also, Joda Archmage Eternal is one of those cards that are still worth like $4 because he's still playable. But the new Joda, the Cascade Joda, is actually cheaper than the original Joda. Last time I checked.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know if I have one or not.
I don't know.
Got so many I still ain't done with my creatures yet.
Mm-hmm.
Or enchantments, or sorceries, or instants. Still got a bunch of cards to go through.
Bunch of cards. Got to go through the cards. That's
Yep.
right. Oh, look, late in the game, but we got a dude, a sleeved needing dude. We got TCG dude.
What's up?
Hey, good morning. Happy Friday, fellas.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Friday
Welcome
to you
the
too.
show.
Thanks. So full disclosure, I did not watch the show the last 30 minutes because I was in probably one of the longest McDonald's lines I've ever seen. So yeah, what's the skinny? What's happening today?
All right. So you basically just you missed the meat of the topic today. Like we just had a full on conversation
I
about
just
how playing the game highlights certain cards and playing the game sometimes shows you sleeper cards that are good that people don't realize. Like one card that people didn't play, for example, for a while until someone showed that it was good was Beast Within, where it can destroy any permanent on the battlefield, even though it gives them a 3/3 beast. And people at first didn't really play it because it gave their opponent a 3/3 beast until someone said, hey, this card's actually good. I remember that era. At least that's how it was in my meta at the time. You know?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. It takes not just theory crafting, but actually practice and play to see
Right.
those pieces of the puzzle fit together sometimes.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Because playing the game keeps it alive, and isn't it you? TC Dude says trying to keep the flame alive for Magic the Gathering.
Absolutely, my friend. Thank you. That is part of my shtick. Don't steal my shtick, like Cartman the other day on South Park.
But still, no, like I know yesterday's topic was different, but we're over that topic. We're on the topic of playing MTG makes a healthy collector's market. Because when people see what we're playing, what we're buying, they realize what prices need to go up. They try to find out and figure a good price that people are willing to pay. Sometimes it's phenomenally a different price change. Sometimes it's just a little minute, and sometimes the cards are cheap. But the more we play, the more we buy cards, the more people understand what cards are wanted.
Yep.
And Hillbilly made a suggestion earlier about the Soul Stone and how it's already overpriced. We talked about power creep being a thing, but also people know when a card is good when it doesn't have to fit in any particular archetype to be good. You know, because mono red, for example, there are some cards that are just automatically good in mono red. Like, especially like modern.
Yeah, what they call an auto include.
Right. I don't, Lightning Bolt was that forever if it hasn't changed.
Yeah, kind of crazy how Lightning Bolt has not faded into obscurity, but it's just like now the rock bottom baseline.
Right. Well, the rock bottom baseline Shock. How many different versions of Shock can you find today?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Totally, bro.
Getting another one in Spider-Man.
You're getting a sorcery speed Lightning Bolt in Spider-Man.
Really now? I must have missed that one. That's exciting.
It targets a creature only, but yes. It's hybrid red black.
Mm.
And
And
you discard a card, which is upside in a lot of decks that are red black.
Yep.
And it deals 3 damage to target creature. And I'm like, that's going to be a staple somewhere.
Yeah, I believe Shock is getting reprinted also.
Oh yeah, Shock is being reprinted with a picture of Shocker on it.
Yep.
But
that makes sense.
The funny thing about Shock is they redid Shock so many times with better upsides. Shock is like the bottom line of burn spells now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, they did a reprint recently in Carlisle Manor, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Like cancels the bottom line counterspell. They made cards like Recruit, which are just hands down better versions of it because they don't want to print 2 mana counterspells much anymore. Unless they do something ridiculous, like when they made the white version of Remand. Wizards knows, because this topic stemmed, Wizards knows when a card is going to be an upgrade to a card that already exists, or to an archetype, or a deck that doesn't need an archetype to run it. They know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I imagine that the folks that work at WotC, like most of them that aren't new hires, are folks that either have been in the company for a long time or have been Magic players for 10, maybe 20 plus years, you know,
Right.
and when you have that kind of, I forget what number of years it is it 20 or 25 when you become a journeyman in a trade?
Right.
Yeah, so those folks are practically journeymen and journeywomen, journey whatever you claim to be at WotC making magic. You know what I'm saying? And good for them, because that's what they're about, and they love the game and are passionate about the game, and I share that passion. You know, so good for them for being able to design cards that we like and dislike. You know, I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, well, Shock's better."
Right. Like Jolt, 1 mana, do 1 damage.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty good. But like, well, here's a good example of why playing the game helps the collector market. Is you remember this old card from back in the Mirrodin day called Gitaxian Probe?
Mm.
This card was looked at in standard as an okay card. I mean, pay 2 life, look at your opponent's hand, draw a card. Okay, that's not bad. People liked it because it can cost free. But then Modern came along and built a Grape Shot Spellslingers deck, and Gitaxian Probe was broken, especially for copies, because it worked on playing all the free stuff or 1 mana cantrips that you could play in a game, like Sleight of Hand, Ponder, and other cards like that. And this deck, before they banned certain cards from the deck, would win by turn 2, turn 3.
Wow.
Right? In Modern. And that pushed the price of Gitaxian Probe way up, because it is central, even for 2 life, was an additional spell for free.
Wow.
And this deck was interesting because it's blue-red, but it ran Metamorphosis, which cost a generic and a red or green. And all it did was add 2 mana of any one color combination to your mana pool. So basically, in a way, essentially was free. And people would play out the deck and test out the deck to play the most optimal free spells they can to get the most gain for your buck on Grape Shot. The Grape Shot deals 1 damage to target player equal to the amount of spells you cast. Now imagine drawing and playing almost infinitely 20 spells to destroy your opponent in 1 turn. By turn 1, turn 2. Turn 2, turn 3 mainly.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was also It was also card used in, I believe it was Infect decks, because there was other cards that would get buffs from non-creature spells being played or whatever. And then you would just pay your life for Gitaxian Probe, and then pump the thing and be able to opponent 10 poison counters. But yeah, also, like, aside from deck builds, just the simple ability to pay life to look at your opponent's hand is really powerful, just having that information.
Right, and that information is very powerful. In Standard, it was good, but it wasn't as good as it was in Modern. Because in Modern, you basically, like, the way it worked in Modern is you look at your opponent's hand to see if they can stop you from going off or not. And that's all you really cared about. In Standard, you got to see what your opponent's hand, so you can be like, oh, this is what I'm going to expect to see in a future turn. Which is interesting how Modern played. I don't know how Modern plays anymore, because it's been a long time since they've even been in the Modern scene. But yeah, the information in Modern is a lot more dire and more important than Standard, because the power level of Modern is a lot more powerful than Standard. At least it used to be. But playing the game increased the collector's market, and those formats that are healthy, like Commander. I'm hoping Modern's still healthy, because it's one of the funnest formats you can play. I liked it more than Legacy. Legacy was fun, but it wasn't as fun as Modern. And I don't know why. because
Yeah, so I like Legacy in the sense that it has old Magic feel, but I don't like Legacy in the sense that it has so many gotcha moments.
right.
You know, so like when I don't know, you have an Underground Sea tapped, or your just basic island tapped because you already cast your preordain or whatever for the turn, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm about to go off on my first turn number 1, and your opponent hits you with the daze. Oh, bro.
Wow.
No, thank you. Yeah, so it just completely shuts you down. But with Modern, there's a little bit more. I guess it's a little bit more rock paper scissory than Legacy. Legacy just has so many blowouts.
Right. Spider cards MTG Magic. Whoop whoop. Well, hey, welcome to the show. You rock, you roll. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us. Yeah, like one format that was trying to be popularized, and I don't think it will ever be popularized because it's basically the banned restricted list of Commander, and almost every other format was Alpha 40. Alpha 40, which I can't remember the name of the channel, but the short Asian dude, if you remember who he is, and he card grading and stuff, and he talks about collecting vintage Magic.
Oh, Umu.
Yeah. Yeah, he tried getting Alpha 40 popular for a minute, and that's just playing the old Alpha decks before the rules were changed, where you can only have 4 versions of a card in your deck, to where you can have all the versions of the card in your deck. And he tried making that a popular format, but that became a popular format for rich people who had all the cards.
Right. Yeah, price accessibility is a thing, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was fun watching him play those old decks because, like a deck playing Time Walk over and over again until you get to your win condition was just nutty. But basically, it was a Yu-Gi-Oh format where you just basically who goes first wins.
Wow. That is why I quit playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, that's why Alpha 40 is not a legitimate format. No one can afford the cards, and no one wants to play. No one really wants to play a game where it's turn 1, I win. I mean, I like to win turn 1 sometimes if I could.
Yep.
But I don't expect that to be the status quo for every game I play. I remember trying to break Eldrazi's back in the day.
Heck yeah, Eldrazi are fun. I've technically made a Tron deck a while back, but it got disassembled. And my very first Modern Moto deck, so Magic Online, was a $5 jank Eldrazi deck that, oh gosh, had like one Kozilek in there, and then some of the Oath of the Gatewatch stuff. And I guess the point of the story is you'd be surprised at how powerful a low-priced Eldrazi deck can be. They're just a powerful archetype and creature type.
Yeah, they can be for sure, especially if you give those little MFers haste.
100%. I may have that deck list. While you guys are bantering, I'm going to go look on MTG Goldfish and see if I still have my deck list for that up.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it was about 2023 when I started getting into Moto, just trying to be supportive of the Modern format and everything, because a lot of people were dogging it at the time, because Modern Horizons 2 was bringing a lot of salt to the game. And so I was like, no, man, we got to keep it alive. I'm trying over here. And I was like, okay, what's my budget? I have $5. What can we do with that? And thankfully, guys, the economy on Magic Online is actually somewhat fair and kind of fun. Like, oh gosh, one of my recent purchases, like literally last week, I was thinking, okay, maybe I want to practice some Standard on Moto. What do I play on there? Well, I play black green insects, right? And I was like, okay, well, yeah. So I haven't bought like fresh packs on Moto or like a card kit or whatever in a while, so I don't have new cards. So I was like, all right, well, I'll go to the trade area, find a card selling bot that I've bought from before, so I know it's reliable. And I look up some of the Edge of Eternity insect cards, and these things are like a penny. 5 cents. You know what I'm saying? There was other cards that I got for older decks that were hundredths of a penny. You know?
Yeah, like when you look at prices of cards online, you see the ticks value, and you're like, "That's." I wish that cost as much as the tickets did.
Yeah. So, and that's the cool thing about tickets too is, in case anyone here listening hasn't been on Magic Online, their currency is tickets. So in real world, $1 will equal 1 ticket. It's a 1-to-1 thing.
Right.
What's really cool about that is that there are platforms, legitimate platforms, that you can sell your tickets to. So if you say acquire an online collection or participate in events and get prize tickets back, you can actually sell those to the service and get that deposited into your bank account and get paid to play Magic. It's hard, but it's possible.
Well, you know, the best thing about Moto over Arena, and this is not a shame on you, Hillbilly, is you can dust your collection on Moto, not Arena.
Right.
No. Arena's definitely its own economy and platform, Magic platform, and I've had my gripes about it in the past, and I think there's some of them are valid, some maybe not so much, but overall, I view Arena as a net positive because it provides accessibility to a plethora of players, whether you financially can't buy cards or you physically can't shuffle cards.
Well, Arena is like Watsy's baby because they give that more attention so it doesn't glitch out like Moto sometimes done in the past.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's a bit janky, and it's kind of crazy because a lot of high-end competitions are held on Moto. So, pardon me. So to think that people are like dedicating their time and money into such a kind of janky system, is like, hey man, I guess the risk is worth the reward for some folks. Nowadays, Daybreak Studios handles Moto. I think Magic Online, I don't know if it's owned by WotC still and then just managed by Daybreak Studios. I'll have to research that after the show, but Daybreak Studios or Games is a game developer company that's been in the business for a long time. Let's while you take the mic here, I'm gonna actually Google what other games Daybreak has made.
All right. But yeah, it's like, it's crazy how the market works like that. Using Arena is another good way to play the game and show the collector's market what you want based on the top tier decks. Because that's what a lot of what WotC looks at for cards and values. What people are wanting to play, what they want to see more of, is they look at what people are playing on Arena. They look at deck things. There's websites that look at decks that observe the decks you build online, like an Architect, Moxfield, and whatnot.
Yep.
They pay attention to that because they want to know what people are building, what people are playing, what people are collecting, what people are not saying what are good cards, but their decks are playing are good cards. They backbone cornerstone them. That's how they find out what cards are good for the market. What cards are healthy. It's crazy how this living card game, not to be confused with a living card game, that's a different style of card games, but this card's a living card game because the player community keeps building up and growing it. This is why you want why you want your TCG collectors to be players too, because players understand the game more than just basic collectors, and basic collectors can understand the game, but they don't understand the depth and fun of it as much as a player does. They understand what cards are good, they learn what cards are good.
That's part of what Pokemon's problem is. Not that Pokemon is suffering from a lack of success, but it's generally known that Pokemon collectors are collectors, not so much players, but Magic folk are players as much as they are collectors, and that's what helped keep the game going and to establish value of cards. Like you were saying earlier, if this card is playable, then it's probably going to be more valuable. If it's not playable, then not so much. And if folks are just worried about collecting what the price tag of the card is, well, that's just going to be kicked like a can down the road. It's always going to change price, change hands. Oh, I remember this memory with it. Oh, I like the art on it. Okay, but what does it do though?
Oh yeah, I got bitten by that collector bug. I bought 2 cards, 2 different cards, both black, for $100 a piece. And I didn't buy them at the same time, but due to reprints and demand of it being reprinted, one dropped one to $20 and the other one to $3.
Oof.
Guys, I gotta jet in here real quick. I'm so sorry. So, have you guys ever had like your phone, like Gemini or Google, just interrupt and be like, "Oh no, that's not a good prompt" or whatever, or "Yes, I can answer that question" when you weren't talking to it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that just happened to me. I'm talking to y'all over here, and my phone's like, "That doesn't sound like a complete thought. Can you provide more context to our whole question?" It's like, I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, the iPhones are worse about doing that.
Hi, DeBall. What's up? Yeah. Surprised you didn't want to be on the show today. You too busy for us? Too cool? All right.
Oh my gosh. Another example of that, just real quick, because I still giggle about it. I was watching a Facebook reel, and the dude is like, "Yeah, and I trust that on everything, even under Jesus Bartholomew Christ." I was like, hold on now. That's the first time I heard that. I was like, "Hey, Google, is Jesus' name Bartholomew?" It was like, "No, it was Jesus."
That's funny.
It's so funny, bro.
I grew up with people yelling, "Jesus H Christ." I'm like, "What's the H stand for?" And they're like, "Hell." I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
Wow.
That's funny. Well, back then, people say things. I mean, people change the meaning of words every day.
Oh yeah.
HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah, that's right. I got in trouble for saying that to a teacher once. That exact phrase.
Really? Wow. That's funny.
That's right.
I got in trouble yesterday because I went to a buffet and they wouldn't let me in.
Well, it makes sense. You're not allowed in a buffet anymore.
True. I just want to go in there and sit at the table and play some Magic.
Huh.
But they said no.
Dude, if our buffets tables were big enough to play Magic, I'd totally be down. But they're small. They're there to feed you and get out.
Yeah. I'm not going to assume who owns the buffet, but guessing by what a typical owner looks like, yeah, bro, they want you in for your business. I want you out right now. All right.
I remember back in the day, me and my friends, back in the day, ironically went to McDonald's, but for a couple years, our local game store was right in front of a McDonald's, and they were open until 2 a.m. So after our local game shop would close like at 10 at night, we would take our cards and go to McDonald's, order some food, and play at the table for a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the way to do it. There are a lot of local food places that are totally chill with it. Honestly, they don't make enough to care.
Right.
Unless the manager specifically is kicking you out, they'd probably be all right.
Right.
I'd say that the biggest risk for bringing your valuable cardboard into a public restaurant or eatery like that is that if you have the urge to go to the bathroom, are you packing up your whole table with you, dog? Are you going to take a picture of the board state? What are we doing?
Well, when you're there as friends, your friends can watch your board state.
Right.
I guess, unless, oh, it's bathroom time.
I used to
all go to the bathroom together. It'd be so fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to go to public libraries and play Magic.
Yeah, we've done that before too. Then we got in trouble for being too loud.
Oh man, what a buzzkill! Because Hillbilly, that was going to be my next suggestion for folks is to go to a public library because there's not a lot of crime that happens on the inside of the library. At least I can't speak so much for the outside.
Now, if you want to play outdoors, go to a public park. I have played Magic there too.
I done that too. Then wind picked up a couple of my cards and flew them across the yard, and I had to go traverse and pick them up and hope they weren't wet.
That's why you got
Right.
to tie a little. That's why you got to tie a little string on. That way, if the wind picks the card up, you can fly it like a little kite.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh, Hillbilly, you just gave me a new idea, bro. Yeah. Okay, so we are now going to hole punch our entire commander decks and just wear them on a key ring.
I'm pretty sure they have key rings that big. So,
Yeah. Will this key ring hold a double sleeve deck?
right? All right, my friends, that's a lot of craziness, but it is that time where we got to hit the boop.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building the following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Whoa, everybody! It is time for the shill section, the thrill section, where we tell you where we can find us and watch us. Hope you guys enjoy this time hanging out with us. It's Friday. It's Friday, and with that, let's get to Lone Wolf so he can talk all the crap he wants about us. Finally, that he's been holding back.
Oh, you know it. I'm just gonna start right in.
That's right.
All right, I appreciate you guys letting me hang out, even though it was just an awesome stream today. Let's give everybody here, TCG Dude, Hillbilly, and Superfest Tortoise. Let's get your subscribers up and just keep supporting everybody in the community.
Yeah, sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Now let's roll over to TCG Dude.
Yay! I was over here literally looking for my shill folder. I guess I lost it on this PC. It's over on my tower. Anywho's, good morning, y'all. I'm Alex, the TCG Dude, out here keeping magic alive. Today is Friday. I know I've been chilling my show that I ain't been streaming, but you know I've had a crazy summer. Okay, you can always DM me about it sometime. But it's Friday, so that means it's the Friday fantasy stream, and I have a playthrough of Final Fantasy X on the PS5 going over on the Twitch side. So you can catch me at TCG Dude 907 over on that platform. Pardon me, but otherwise. You can find me pretty much hanging out in a lot of magic circles in the comment sections. Every once in a while, I'll go live on the YouTube side. I'm pretty much working on a project for Market Movers. I'm wanting to do something similar to like a market watch that you'd see, tracking card prices. And I've got my editor program and I've been working on the project, but I've had hangups all week. It's been crazy, dog. Technical difficulties, am I right? Yeah. So anywho's, quick summary. I love magic. I love video games. Catch me on Twitch after 6 on Fridays for Final Fantasy. Otherwise, see me over on YouTube hanging out with the homies. Thanks again for having me, Tortoise. Oh, and if I can, please and thank you. I do have a TCG Player store that it has over 1,000 cards in the inventory now, and I will post that link in the chat for y'all. If you're able to send me a private message saying that you bought and saw me on YouTube live with these folks, maybe I might throw something extra in for you. But otherwise, yeah, man, just happy to talk magic, and I guess I'll see you Monday.
See you Monday. Yep. Because it's the weekend. The weekend is the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should send me that link later so I can add it to my description, like to Vault, so people can choose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And then I'm not scrambling here at the last second.
Well, I like supporting my friends who come on the show,
Right.
For sure. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. And with that, we're going to move over to Hillbilly.
Well, we always know one reason why TC Dude can't play Magic, because he always need to sleep.
Who needs a sleep? Give me a sleep.
Just kidding there. But anyway, today at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, I will be playing some Arena. And there's some exciting news coming up here pretty soon. So make sure you stay tuned to my channel and also stay tuned to this channel. Then you'll discover the news that's very important. It's very exciting. That will be coming up soon. And when I get all the information, I will be releasing that news because I ain't got all the information yet. But some great news. It's gonna be some fun news, and that's all I got planned for today. Now tomorrow is another day. I got to shoot out tomorrow because Tortoise won't be here. Tomorrow morning I'll be doing another arena stream at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then later on that afternoon, I will be playing Path of Exile, the first one. And that'll be Saturday and Sunday. It's the same times, same time zones, same games, arena first, and then Path of Exile on the weekend, on the afternoons of Saturday and Sundays.
Woo woo. Sounds good. Sounds good. Hey, everybody, it's Super Fast Tortoise, and today is Friday. Meeting F&M tonight. Come on, chill out with us while we play some Commander. I'm playing Commodore Guff bracket 3. Yeah, gonna have some fun. That was a crazy AI art image that worked out well. But yeah, still gonna play some Commander Guff. We're gonna play some Commanders at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you like watching Commander games on Spell Table tonight, to join in and have fun. We'll be looking for one player tonight. So it looks like Hillbilly and Lone Wolf are going to be playing. So if you want to be the fourth player, let me know in Discord, and you can play with us. Yeah. But
you can't get a hold of Tortoise on the Discord. Yeah, you can get a hold of me on my Discord, and I can let Tortoise know.
That's right.
But the sooner you let us know that you want to play, the sooner you'll be able to play, because we only got one seat.
Yeah. And with that, my friends, I want to thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being on the show, Hillbilly, Lone Wolf, TCG Dude, and everybody in chat. You rock, you roll. I'll remind you that you are loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can, say and or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change they need. And with that, I want to thank you, my channel members and subscribers, for growing the channel the way you do and supporting the channel the way you do. You guys rock, you guys roll. And let's get to that sweet, sweet outro.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning.